When we review or report on something, we don't want there to be any guesswork. We believe the information must be accurate, and it has to be reliable. For what we review, the goal is hopefully to educate our audience, and at the same time, an equally important goal is in turn to get educated ourselves. What we want to do is earn the trust of our audience, and to do that, we ensure what we report is accurate, rumor-free, and teaser-free. The premium cigar industry is so dynamic, and every day brings something new. We wanted Cigar Coop to be an extension of that experience, so it has to be 365 days a year. We wanted to create a true media ecosystem and integrate Cigar Coop with the power of our Stogie Geeks programming network.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Stogie Geeks Show. I almost said Paul Security Weekly. I was getting my wires crossed.
Last week was
there was multiple songs playing in the during the Coop commercial. So
where am I right now?
I lost track of where I was. It wasn't the Security Weekly music though. So I'm just clearly
You're caught up in a good cigar.
I'm out of my tree. So what did we think of the Rancho Luna from Jerry Tabaco in the Robusto size?
I absolutely enjoyed it. It's my second one of the day, and won't be the last, that's for sure.
I got some nice spice off the Retro Hail. Good amount of,
I was going there.
I find Corojo has spice, but it's like a very enjoyable spice. Not that spiciness is enjoyable, but it persists throughout and it's always there, but it's very complimentary, I should say.
Yes.
It's a complimentary spice. And I love the Corojo, that sweetness that you get from it. I don't know how to describe the sweetness, but it's kind of like I don't know. It's not a caramel, but it's like a syrupy, a very natural
sweetness. That's what I kind of gave it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was enjoyable.
I don't know if there's an unnatural sweetness that you
infused. Infused.
Yeah.
Anything infused, maybe.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a very natural, clean sweetness flavor to it. So, like sugar in the raw, natural sweetness, maybe? I don't know. But anyway, I liked it a lot. It would be in my regular morning rotation. And I would give this in the Stogie Geeks rating. I would go, and I even smoked some of the other sizes. For me, this is a box split. This could very easily be box worthy as well. I'm going to go with box split on this size. I'd like to try it in some other sizes as well because I'm thinking in another size. I may even enjoy it even more.
Paul,
because this ends, right? And I'm like, I kind of want more.
I was the same way on the last segment. I enjoyed the Retro Hail, especially the last half of it. The last half of it, it really kicks in.
It does. It's more spicy in the second half than it is in the first half.
Yep, it's more spicy there. It's still got that subtle sweetness, but as you notice, I smoked mine to the nub and as a you, and it's just
I want more. That's a good sign.
Yeah.
My initial review, I had at a $5, but after two more today, box split for sure.
Yeah. Yep. You've upgraded. Yeah, it's one you got to pay. I smoked multiple before I came to that conclusion on that rating as well.
Yeah.
Because there's subtleties to the cigar. You got to pay attention when you smoke it to get that spiciness, to get that sweetness. So
I do have some in my humidor. It was on my to smoke list, and I had one now. So my initial rating, the first one I had, was definitely a $5.
Right.
And I would like to try some of the bigger sizes.
Yeah, I agree.
There you go.
I agree.
Because we had what, the Robusto?
Well, this was the Robusto 5x50.
Yep.
Yeah, so it was kind of a shorter Robusto, not a 5.5, but I'd like to try it in a Toro.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So, all right. What do we, well, let's talk about what we've been smoking, and then we'll come back to what we are actually smoking right now, because we lit up something different. So let's do our Stogies of the week. Rainman, why don't you go first?
Let's see. First, I had Leaf by Oscar Corojo. It's the Corojo wrapper, Honduran binder and filler, 6x50 Toro.
No, wait. Is this the one that has the Candela leaf wrapped around it, or no?
No.
Okay.
Nope. The tobacco leaf.
God, I have to review that one, so I was curious to be smoked. Okay.
Made by Island Jim, and ton of flavor. Pepper, nuttiness, earthy, and it for me it bounced around a lot flavor-wise, but it was a fun journey. I give it a box split, and they also make three others: Connecticut, Sumatra, and Maduro. And medium smoke, made in Honduras. Enjoyed it.
Have you had those in the Lancero format?
Negative. No, not yet.
They're good. And I reviewed. I don't remember which one I liked the best. It might have been the Sumatra, but they're good.
Nice.
And I still, every time we talk about it, I can't not compliment the packaging. I freaking love the
it's fun.
tobacco leaf.
Oh, yeah.
Do you
around
know-
it. I think that's awesome.
I had Island Jim on my radio show.
We've interviewed him before.
Yeah,
too.
and you can actually smoke through the wrapper, because two things about the Island Jim,
For that.
the Leaf by Oscar wrapper. Two things. First and foremost, they're made by women who are in a specific situation so that they can get employment. So
Interesting.
fascinating, great humanitarian story. And then also, when I spoke to Island Jim, he said, yeah, it's meant for you to smoke through the wrapper. So I've actually done that, where, you know, because normally as soon as I'm about an inch in, I always peel off.
Oh, you mean the band?
The band? I'm sorry, the band.
The band is
The band.
The
I
band
mean,
is also a natural.
We start that. See, we're having coffee instead of,
Instead of
I'm
drinking.
way off, Phil. There's still sun in here, right? Yeah, the band. So let me start that. The band was created by women and banded so that they have employment, who seek assistance within the specific country there. And the band is made for you to actually smoke through it, because it actually is some, his words, not mine, tobacco within that band.
Interesting.
You can,
Very
so you can, and it doesn't do anything to the smoke, but, for someone like me who, like I said, getting back, where I'm about an inch in and I always peel off the band,
yeah, yeah.
I was like skeptical, like, here it comes, this is it. And then it's amazing. You can smoke right through the band.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. And it's the same.
I was gonna say, if you smoked it with the outer wrapper leaf,
I'm good.
it wouldn't burn at the same rate as
Right.
the rest of the cigar.
Right,
It wasn't meant to
right.
be.
And that's that's it's maybe it's too much time boxing when I was.
I've
little.
set some of the outer wrapper, I guess you would call it, the outer wrapper that it comes in. I've set those on fire and kind of just gotten the aroma from them.
Also, it's the same deal on his Big Johnny too. You ever smoked that Big Johnny?
No.
No? Yeah, it's
a
the
very
same
strange
deal
name for a
where
cigar.
you can go straight through.
Very phallic name for a cigar.
Sure. It's a big ring gauge. Anyway, moving on.
Well endowed ring gauge.
It's a well-endowed cigar. Alrighty then. Hollywood, what have you been smoking?
Well, I had the opportunity to try the Nestor Miranda Corojo Robusto, and I had the Maduro and I had the Connecticut, and we had a chance to try that. I like it. I mean, it's you have wrapper is Nicaraguan Corojo, binder filler are Nicaraguan as well. Length is 4.5 by 50. Had the Robusto. Interestingly enough, I actually gave this a fiver, and out of the other blends that he rolled, I'm right in that try 1.5 range as well. So it was good. It was good. We got it a couple episodes back.
Right.
It's what I lit up right now, in fact. Tatiaha Black Short Robusto. This is the regular production.
Yeah, it's awesome.
These are awesome.
Yes.
Right? I know. This is the second one I've smoked of this particular size.
Yep.
I'm really liking it. It's a little pepper bomb, huh?
It's a pepper bomb, and the retrohale changes as it gets towards the end. It gets a little bit sweeter. So the front end, to me, gets stronger as you finish it, and then the retrohale lightens up, and then it's vice versa when you start.
switches up on you.
Yeah, it's a great smoke.
I like it. It's a good, clean smoke. I'm not the biggest pepper fan, but I would definitely box split this one. I don't know if I do go through a whole box myself. Yeah. They're good.
Solid.
Alrighty. What else we got?
Got a Rocky Patel Decade box press, suggested by John next door, and it happened to be my first Rocky Patel. I'm not entirely sure why I've waited this long to try them. But Ecuadorian Sumatran wrapper, Honduran binder, Nicaraguan filler, $8 to $9 price point, available in 4 sizes. I smoked the 5x50 Robusto.
What are the other sizes it comes in?
The Toro, Torpedo, and Lonsdale.
Is the Lonsdale box pressed?
I believe.
Or is that a size that was
I believe just the
discontinued?
Robusto was the box press.
There is a box pressed Lancero in the Decade that they used to make.
Okay.
And that thing's really good.
You know what?
I gave that to one of you guys, I think, to smoke. No?
Wasn't
Maybe
it?
not.
No, the original. I remember from a.
It's changed over time, the decade.
Yeah, from the
The
original.
sizes have changed, I should say. Did you
Right.
saying the blend is? You think it's changed?
I wasn't going there with the blend. I was going from a
We've
consumer.
talked about that with Rocky directly, so it's fine. Yeah,
I was going from a consumer perspective when the decade came here. Off the top of my head, I want to say 08 maybe, 08, 07. There was almost as much hype. It just wasn't as long, believe it or not, with the shops where you could only buy 2.
Interesting.
And they were on a waiting list for the original decade. And the original decade is amazing. So if you ever went to,
It was 09, I believe.
it was 09, yeah. Yeah, it could be a blur. It's all a blur, right? Right, but
Well, isn't it the 10-year anniversary cigar for Rocky Patel, or no?
This one I just saw something online. I thought it was listed as 09, but could be wrong.
okay, no, it could be 09.
Well, you know what? We have the internet.
It could be 09, but when it came out from a consumer perspective, like
How
I said,
much information
there
about
were-
each cigar did it need to have?
But there was
What was the name of the roller that rolled your cigar?
But there was so much buzz around that cigar. And one of the reasons why I think it was because if you think about it from a marketing perspective and you take out all the advertising that Rocky Patel does and all of that stuff, Rocky Patel was on mainstream TV. He was on the it's the financial show. You know the show that played the original Shark Tanks and The Profit and all that? It's like the MSNBC. They did a segment about Rocky Patel.
Interesting.
Fascinating story.
It was the 10th anniversary cigar for Rocky Patel.
Yep.
I still don't have the
Which
year.
came out, I believe it's 08, but
So it was a 95 rated. Cigar Aficionado was named one of Cigar Aficionado's top 25 cigars of the year. I'm not sure which year. I could probably find that out too. But yeah, so there is a Lancero Panatella size that's listed here.
Okay.
6.5 by 44. 6.5 by 44. And that one is box pressed. That's the one that I've smoked on the show before. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Rainman, we're totally derailing.
I'm sorry, Rainman. I'm sorry.
We don't even know what Rainman thinks of the cigar. We're just talking
I know,
about
I
stuff.
know.
We
Oh,
don't
good.
even.
that's because we're drinking coffee. We're like jittery. You know what I mean?
You're getting there, boys. I got creaminess, earthy, a little bit of spice. The last third, I had like a harsh aftertaste and wasn't entirely sure. You know, that's how I was. I don't think it was set up to be that way, but I give it a 5. I'd like to revisit it and see if I come across that again.
Question, did you guillotine it?
I did.
Yeah. I'm telling you, when that cigar first came out,
What do you go with?
the ratings would be way higher.
Okay.
And there was no harshness.
Cigar Aficionado top 25 cigars of the year 2008.
Boom.
Boom.
There you go, partner.
Josepa.
No, but I don't know if that was really when it first came out, though.
Okay, can we Google that?
I'm trying. I'm getting there. Talk about another cigar, and I'll find it.
Well, finish. Yeah, I'm sorry. Finish. So you would give it a what was it? 5?
I had it a 5, but
Okay.
had a plus sign next to it for me, my own, because I would like to revisit it and see it again. See it again, see if I can hit it, all the same flavor and that final third, see where we're at.
You want another Rocky Patel recommendation?
Yes,
They get the Candela. Love it.
that'll be next. Beautiful.
Edge too. They have an Edge series.
Okay.
Should know, but it's a blue wrapper, like a baby blue
Okay.
wrapper. Amazing,
Excellent.
amazing. The Edge too. It's
Nice.
good.
What do you have next, Joe?
Well, I did T52 last week, and sitting side by each, as we say here in Rhode Island, sitting side by each
Well played.
was the Liga Privada number 9, and I said, when in Rome, let's do
There
it. So I had the Liga. Awesome smoke. I really enjoyed this. I know a lot of people say, well, but the blend changed. Okay, the blend is still good, right? It's so good. Wrapper is Connecticut broadleaf. The binder is a plantation Brazilian Matafina, and filler is Honduran Nicaraguan. It's a 6x52. Had it in the Toro. Amazing smoke. It's just an amazing smoke. It's it's one of those kind of you go back tos.
There you go.
You go back tos. We smoke a lot of new stuff and smoke a lot of relevant stuff here on the show. There, I am going to post this on StogieGeeks.com. Probably within 48 hours. So keep the comments coming. Go to StogieGeeks.com, click on Stogies, and let me know what you think about the T52 and the Liga, because they are two different smokes, but they're just so tasty.
How about your rating? What do you have?
Rating? I would probably go box split on this for sure. You know, definitely. I can see where someone would maybe want to get a box because they are good, and as they rest, they just get better and better. But if you're with my smoking habits, we're gonna go with box split. But maybe I'll upgrade it, box split it with a friend.
Well,
that's the same thing.
Well, then you can have fun, right? It's not fun to smoke alone, right?
No, not as much fun.
You always box split. Who else would you be? Well, I guess you could just buy half a box. I guess there is a distinction between buying half a box of cigars
The only reason
and
why
box splitting with a friend.
Okay.
Maybe we need to make an official distinction between those two ratings.
Okay, to my knowledge, side note, little program note, there's a distinction on the Stogie Geeks website when we go to post. Just so you know. You know, on the tags.
Well, there's two. But that's just
on the tags. Tags.
That's because that's because we suck at the internet. But
I'm plugging into your rating system.
I know.
Sir.
That's what I'm saying. I suck at the internet.
I'm plugging into your rating system. So if that's an option and you gave me an option, I'm going to use the option.
So anyway, Rocky Patel created Indian tobacco in 1996 and called it Rocky Patel in 2002. Mm-hmm. I don't know exactly when the year of release and the year to market for the decade.
Okay.
One could speculate 2006. I'm sure there's people yelling at us because we don't know the answer. No, I don't have every cigar fact in my head. No one does.
Either that or it was there and it left.
Yeah, probably at one time I did, in any case. I haven't been listening to anything anyone's been talking about. Hope you guys have been having fun back there.
Always.
Okay, good.
What do you said that next?
As long as we're having fun, all right? That's all that matters. I want to come back to the Umbagog.
Yes, I had another one yesterday.
Dude, which size did you have, though?
The bigger size.
The Toro.
The Toro.
Okay.
So I have officially had the Robusto here on the show, right? We had an episode ago. And then I had the Toro.
And I've had since the Corona Gorda.
Okay.
And I liked the Corona Gorda. I thought it was good. I liked the Toro. I thought it was good. But the Robusto, to me, so far, is the belle of the ball.
Yes.
Like I would say the other two for me are like fivers. Like go get half a bundle. For the Robusto, like I want multiple bundles. I want 2 bundles. It's a 2 bundle. We're creating a new rating system for Steve Saka. It's a 2 bundle rating.
And that price point, you can't go wrong.
I need 20 of them. Yeah, 10 is just not enough. I need 20 of them. The Robusto's awesome. I just, for whatever reason in that blend, so far that's the size that I'm gravitating towards. So, yeah, that's kind of, I mean, we've talked about that blend. We featured it as a Stogie of the Week. But I've smoked through 2 more sizes. And again, I highly, highly, highly recommend the Robusto. A lot of people are huge fans of the Corona Gorda. I can see why. I just like the Robusto a little bit better. And that is my choice. In fact, I bought a bundle of the Robusto. They're still kind of, it's interesting. They're a lower price point, but they're just coming to market. So shops that have them only got like a few bundles each. They want everyone to try them. So, going out and buying the whole rest of the stock is because you are a Stogie Geek and got to try them, or you're a listener and we're like, hey, those sounded great. I'm going to go buy out whatever. There's not a lot at our retailers that I've found so far. I'm sure Steve is, actually expressed on his Facebook, he is working on that, getting more cigars to retailers in the Umbagog, which I think is great. So, yes. Double bundle worthy, I guess you could call it.
There you go.
It's box worthy, but to get what equivalent of a box, at least 20 cigars, is box worthy. We go through the rating too. Some only come in boxes of 10, but this one I'm being specific. You need 2 bundles of it.
Strong.
Well, at least that's what I would do. I could only buy 1 so far, so I gotta go get more.
Come strong and don't come at all. Beautiful.
That's it. All right, back to you guys. What else you been smoking?
Jody?
The JNV Maduro, made by Jorge Nichols. San Andreas Maduro wrapper, Nicaraguan binder, Dominican filler. $5 price point, and they are handmade hand rolled by Jorge Nichols himself. Vast array of sizes and blends, and I smoked the 6x60 Gordo and absolutely gave it a box worthy. The flavor in this thing, chocolate sweetness, earth, faint cedar, medium cigar, and there's like a tobacco freshness at the end that you speak about, Joe, frequently, that lingers on your palate, and it was really enjoyable.
Where'd you get it?
I got it from
Your cousin.
Right? Like I'm going to like a roll. Like, where did you get this thing?
Hollywood's like, I don't know a place around here. Like, he goes to every single shop in this state.
Got it from a friend that's
I thought I
doing
frequented him. He's got
the social media rep thing for him right now,
Yeah.
and
We should disclose that.
you could right, you can hit him up on Facebook. It's under Nichols with 2 L's Jorge, and he'll square you up. He's actually sending samples this way, so we'll be getting
No,
into
not
those.
samples.
Well, whatever you want to call it.
Presents.
Presents. They're going to find their way here one way or another, and we got to get into it. There's Barber Pole, Maduro, Connecticut, Habano, and there's about 9 to 10 sizes in each one.
Nice.
All hand rolled by himself, and
Do you know what factory or no? No?
negative.
Okay,
Nope,
that's
undisclosed.
Cool. All right, no.
Does he, before he applies the wrapper, does he take a draw on it to make sure the draw is good? Because I want some of that roller saliva. Was I the only one thinking that?
Not alone.
The rollers are putting it in their mouth.
I didn't dare ask our guest there, but
Like, that's not...
actually, Jorge's looking to jump in for a legit interview, so maybe we can set that up and
Yeah.
speak to him.
We can ask him. Do you draw test personally every...
First question before
I
we get
want
into
your
that.
saliva that adds to the flavor. Maybe that's why the Cuban cigars have such a unique flavor.
We are now
There's something
connected.
about the saliva of the rollers that plays into it. I had never heard that before. That was one of the things.
It's a
that
unique
was
binding
fascinating.
agent. Yeah.
That's right. Well, we talked about how it's not a very good
No,
binding agent,
no.
actually. It's just there for flavor, Joe. Since it was St. Patrick's Day, I did my duty to smoke Candela cigars, and we've done lots of. Go look up in Stogie Geeks history, Candela cigars. I'm not going to rehash the whole Candela cigar again, but I will talk about a couple of different Candela wrapper cigars, and one of which is what I believe in the wrapper color is the only indication that I have to tell me which one that this is, because the Viaje White Label Project St. Patrick's Day 2011 and 2012, from everything that I can tell, are the exact same size with the exact same Viaje White Label Project band, which is a very basic black and white band that says Viaje on it. I don't think there's any differences in the band. I didn't look closely between 11 and 12. I don't think there is. The only thing I could tell is the difference between the two is the 2011 was not as green. It had some brown. But now, if that picture that I saw on Half Wheel had the picture of it, they always do a fabulous job of taking a picture of all of the different cigars in a line and then listing them. That's one thing I do really like about their website. So I find that Candela, the reason I say this is because Candela over time will not be as green because the chlora, I'm going to get it wrong now. See, I shouldn't have even attempted it because I'm chlorophyll?
No, you can't smoke chlorophyll.
Chloroform? See, I knew going down that path was now that there's going to be YouTube comments. They're going to be like, you guys don't know what you're talking about because I blanked on a word.
Joe is going to get peppered with the email.
The component that makes
Keep
it
'em coming.
green, when
Gamma
it
ray?
ages, it's gamma rays.
Gamma ray,
It's
that's
gamma.
what it is,
No,
yeah.
that's the Hulk. Yeah, not. We'll go with that. Not as the gamma rays come out in your humidor. Your humidor is a gamma ray attracted.
If your
I like
humidor
this way
is-
better. This is great.
Your humidor is seasoned properly.
Season
last
properly,
second, yeah.
it will remove the gamma rays, which makes it not as green. So the older cigars in your humidor that have the Candela wrapper won't be. The green will actually come out and lessen over age. We're going with the theory from Rainman that it's because your humidor collects and absorbs the gamma rays from the cigar. Love this. The 2012 is much greener because it's angrier, I guess. So that's how I said, came to the conclusion that this was a 2012 Viaje White Label Project St. Patrick's Day edition. Regardless,
This Nat Sherman is delicious. Thank you. by
isn't
the
it
way.
good?
It
Okay.
is.
We'll talk about that in a
Yeah,
second.
we're getting there.
So
I'm excited.
this has Nicaraguan binder and filler, and I found that it was like really dialed back. The Candela wrapper is not very on the strength meter, right? Doesn't add a whole lot to strength. It tends to be a morning-ish cigar. They'll use all different kinds of binder and filler. Obviously, this one had Nicaraguan binder and filler. I found it to be a morning smoke. Of course, it came out in 2012. It's had 5 years in my humidor, so obviously strength meter is usually going to go down, varying depending upon what type of tobacco is in it. But this was like a morning smoke. I would call this a box split. Like the way that this thing is aged is awesome. I wouldn't let them age too much longer. Like this has the ability to completely age out. But right now, 5 years of age, it's a box split morning smoke, in my opinion. If you like that, it has that twang of the Candela wrapper, which sometimes you get that like hay or grass. Sometimes it can be almost like a burnt paper. Like it's a really distinct note that I got from it, and not all the time. Like that note would come. I was like, wow, that's kind of like burnt grass, right? But it does have that component. But I think it's good. It holds your attention anyway. So.
Do you have any left in that box?
When's Paul away?
I just
Next
find
week, or-
one like random in my humidor. I'll go look and see if I have more.
Well, it could be 4 episodes later if he looks in your humidor.
Could take me a while
You
to
can
find
dig
it.
out there. Well, if
The
you come
green ones stand out though. So
Sure. Like it.
Nice.
gamma rays. Okay, go ahead.
Another stick I had midweek, morning smoke, the Southern Draw, Quick Draw, Connecticut. Interesting smoke. I like this. It's to me, it's a complex Connecticut. It's got really good spicy notes there. I think the Nicaraguan binder and filler really come out on that. So when you have a Connecticut,
It is chlorophyll. Sorry.
Is it?
It's chlorophyll. Yes.
Okay, awesome.
The crew was right. Give him
You're right. It was in our headphones.
I know.
Riley said chlorophyll.
Dotting Town, three Stooges over here. No, that's not it. That's wrong. We know more. We know, right? Thank you, Riley.
Chlorophyll. Thank you.
Yeah.
I had a mental blank there.
So you have a Nicaragua binder and filler, and then you have a Ecuadorian Connecticut wrapper, and like I said, complex Connecticut, great flavor, good spicy notes. It lives up to its hype. It's called the Quick Draw, and it is a good quick smoke. If you got 44 minutes, I think you can do it up, and it's great in the morning with coffee. It'll definitely wake you up your palate for sure. I gave this a 5. It's a good stick, definitely. And my next stick is the Pennsylvania, which we'll get to in rotation, but I kind of like that one a little better. But moving on.
Very nice. Next for me was CAO Colombia, Robusto 5x50, Nicaraguan wrapper, Cameroon binder, Brazilian and Colombian filler. Amazing price point of $4.25. Comes in Torpedo and Gordo as well. The box comes in a vibrant yellow with Colombian colors, and I gave it a 5. And earthy wood and kind of like a saltiness in there for me. I haven't smoked too many by CAO, but I enjoyed it.
That came out in a series, though.
Gift from Paul, I believe, too. Thank you.
Which one was this?
The CAO Colombia.
That came out in a
Yes.
series. It had the Americana, the Brasilia, the Colombia. Remember that? It was like a series.
Those were sent to us by General Cigar before the ban on samples.
Okay. It's like a mild to medium range, and work with a new tobacco referred to as Ika Manzinga. Paul, any information?
Ika Manzinga, yeah.
Okay.
I know him.
Yeah, he's got him.
He's a great guy.
He's on Facebook now.
Yeah, you can add him on Facebook. We should totally create that profile now. Anyway, I smoked another green cigar. These came out in the same year, 2011. This is the La Flor Dominicana Double Claro, otherwise known as the LFD Candela is how I reference it. This one's a bit different as it has a Nicaraguan binder and Dominican filler. This one's got more of a grassy note to it. I would put them. I mean, this one's also probably been in my humidor since 2011 as well, so it was pretty dialed back for me. I would smoke this in the morning kind of thing. It had more of a grassy, herbally note to it than the Viaje did, but not to directly compare the two, but they did come out at the same time and have the similar wrapper. So I don't think that the flavors in the filler necessarily complement the wrapper as well as some other Candelas. And for that reason, I'm giving this a rating of a 5. I think they're nice to have. They're interesting to smoke. It's why I like smoking Candelas, because it's kind of, I think, an interesting experiment to have a wrapper that has some very prominent and very different notes, and pairing that with different binder and filler. This pairing, almost for me, if you can think of it like that, I didn't like it as much as some of the other Candelas that were out there. It was a good cigar. It's a 5, but I prefer other Candelas in my collection. It was interesting to smoke this with. It's interesting how much the strength has left some of these Candelas. This one I know I have more of.
I think with that one, with the Dominican, the grassroots really come out.
Yeah. Well, and I don't know if it's so much that you're getting a little grassiness from that Dominican filler, or that the Dominican fillers are just don't have as much body
just
to
subtle,
them,
right.
and you're getting more of the wrapper.
Right.
So you're getting more of that herbal.
Well, the time as well, right? You were saying a certain amount of age on there.
Yeah, these both have, they came
hold.
out in 2011, 2012.
Right.
So they're, 5-6 years of age on both these cigars. So it's interesting to smoke them after they've aged. I'm sure when they first came out, you got a lot more of that Candela, that herbal Candela. So you probably like smoke. If you're not into that Candela so much, you probably like smoking them now. So I'll go dig a few out.
I like the edge Candela, like I said with Joe, and it's really pronounced. I think is you
know what? I don't think I have.
Yeah, it's really pronounced. It's like if you want to smoke Candela, this is it's there.
It's a different change up.
Yeah.
Alrighty. What are we doing next? You guys got more?
Go more, Joe D.
Go one more.
All right.
I'm going to butcher the pronunciation, Ed.
Yes. I mean, we wouldn't have it any other way.
We're going to have to take a Spanish class.
Tabaco by Hamlet.
Tabaco
by
Hamlet
Hamlet
Paredes.
Paredes.
Yes.
Nice. Mexican San Andreas wrapper, Brazilian Nicaraguan fillers, and Mexican binder. Smoked the 5x54 Robusto Grande, $8.50 price point, 5 different $5. Medium full smoke. Some pepper and spice, coffee, and a little bit of a loose ash, but it was a solid burn. And gave it a 5 plus. I want to come back on this one as well.
We have a new rating.
Right?
We have a 5 plus now.
For my own rating, I gotta keep tabs on these. And by renowned Cuban roller Hamlet Paredes. Have you smoked this, Joe? Or no?
No.
No.
Was that good. A Paul? Was that?
That was.
If it was a Paul,
a sample that was sent to us by Rocky Patel before the sample thing.
Yep.
They're good. I like them. I thought they did a nice job with them. I'd agree. They were probably 5 plus range for me too.
Nice.
Yep. Well, 5 plus is a box split. is the next level. Then we've got box split with a friend if you really like it.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, well, you have to share it with a friend. I mean, if it's wicked good.
If it's wicked good. Only if it's wicked
Only
good.
if it's wicked good, you have to share it with a friend.
Where on our rating scale is wicked good?
We should.
Is that like right before Chuck Norris or right after? Is that like between Chuck Norris and Oasis?
Poor Chuck Norris has been catching a beating when
It's wicked awesome.
It's wicked awesome. Oh, boy. I smoked an old classic, Don Pepin Garcia series, JJ.
Oh, yeah.
These are actually on closeout next door. I thought
yes, they are.
It cracks me up.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, this is you get that classic Pepin pepper, and a lot of people they don't dig that pepper. I probably put myself in that category as well. I think the amount of pepper in various stages. I mean, these ones have some age on them. They're in closeout, like I said. So this is a Corojo wrapper made in Nicaragua. It's Nicaraguan Corojo and Criollo leaf inside in the filler, Nicaraguan Corojo wrapper. And I just find there's a little too much pepper in there, even still for me. I mean, pepper is one of those characteristics that will also age out. But I'd give it a $5. I mean, it's on closeout. I'd definitely buy 5 of them and keep them around.
The blind taste test, it's a pepine for sure.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. We haven't. Wait till you do some blind tasting. We'll do some blind smoking on the show. Not like blind, like put a blinder over your face, but we'll take
Light in your nose. oh, not it.
Did I show myself? I can't tell. No, unbanded is better term for that.
That series, they came out with they have a blue label, right, as well? They have a blue label and a Dom Pepper Black. I love the Dom Pepper Black.
Really?
And that's pepper. It's like...
if you like, so
what size is that, Paul?
This was a Robusto that I smoked.
Okay.
Thanks for asking. Yes,
No,
it's a Robusto. So, yeah, if you like those, pick them up next door on closeout.
On closeout.
While they last. There's about 3 boxes left. Last time I checked.
How can you have, I don't know, like, on closeout, it's like, wow, that's such a good stick.
I know, right?
Good value. So,
I did smoke the Atabey in the Robusto size. I forget what this is called. I just smoked that before the show. This was really mild. I would prefer some of the other Atabeys for the price. This is a pretty pricey stick in the Robusto. I did like it. It was a good morning smoke.
The nice barnyard.
Yeah, it had a little barnyard, a little sweetness.
Did it have that minty?
No, it didn't have the minty. It wasn't a minty one, thankfully. I'm not excited. You know me, I don't dig the minty.
Yeah.
But the Atabey I reviewed a couple shows ago was better. This one was just okay. I would, at the price point, I would give it a try one. Taking price off the table, I'd give it a $5. Sometimes you have to do these, pricey sticks. But, solid smoke. Just didn't have enough body for me to put it in my regular rotation, especially at that price point. I did also smoke the new Singular Phantom. So this is the one we talked about on the show. I think it was last week where we said these were being released as a regular production, and this was my favorite in the Illusion Singular limited edition lines. Was the first one in 2010 was the Phantom, and this smoked good. I would say it's probably somewhere between a 5 and a box split right now. I think it's going to get better with age. I think the original blend also got a lot better with age. I'd need to smoke more of them to say whether or not it was on par with that original release. I'd almost like to go back and smoke the original release. I don't know if I have that luxury, though, and do a little more comparison.
Yep.
It didn't blow me away or knock my socks off, but it showed a lot of potential. In these had just come into the Mr. J's Savannah Smoke Shop, so
Right.
I think given time, my rating will be upgraded on this one because all of the characteristics were there. I just think it needs a little more time to meld and
Marinate together. Yeah.
Marinate is a good word together and smooth out some. So.
Nice.
I'd see even like the way I smoked it right off the truck, so to speak. I'd put it at the between 5 and box split kind of deal. So
Solid.
All righty. I did also smoke, which was just okay, a Cien Años Robusto, and I'm not sure with this didn't strike me as something that came from 2003. It really just solidified that Corona, Petite Corona. That we talked about a couple of episodes ago. It's just being an awesome stick. I think last week after the show, I smoked one of those Petite Coronas I did. The freaking thing is just such a flavor bomb. And this wasn't anywhere near as good. And not to say it wasn't. I mean, this is still a 5 cigar in the Robusto format, but I tell you what, that Petite Corona blows the doors off. It does. That stick is awesome.
Yeah,
You've been on a tear on those.
I've been hanging on that stick, and
they run in fear when they see you coming. They're like, hide the Petite Coronas.
And the funny thing is, like, if I hang on something, I'll just beat it to death. That's just my personality, I guess. So, yeah, definitely like it.
Awesome. All right. So what? You lit up a Nat Sherman Apoca Robusto that I gave you.
I'm enjoying this.
Connecticut Shade. It's a good cigar.
Creamy and consistent, and yeah.
I liked them. Like I said, I smoked like a whole box of them. I bought those on closeout, believe it or not. I don't understand how that ended. That's another one. Like, you don't understand how it ended up on closeout. Like, why aren't more people? Maybe there's too much in the selection for Connecticut's that inevitably some got to get closed out. But
Seek and destroy.
Yeah,
You'll find them.
Depends on the consumer behavior.
Yeah.
If it's in a humidor that has, 700 facings. Sometimes some brands can get
Oh,
lost.
how are you liking your Drew Estate Unico Series L40 Lancero?
I like this.
It's good, right?
I like this. Very sweet, very enjoyable, subtle notes. Definitely.
I get like a dried fruit, dried cherry
I get a dried
sweetness. I get a cherry sweetness from which is why I love smoking those, because you get that undertone almost throughout the whole Lancero, and that's why I stockpile those.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is this aged or?
No, this one just came into Mr. J's. Actually, just got a shipment of the Unico series.
Yeah. Yeah. It's awesome. I like it.
It's good, right?
Yes.
For all those people saying, "Oh, Drew Estate's not what the blah blah blah." No, dude. Like
Every time you
why do
they
people say that? I mean, I understand some things. Some people might be very picky, and certainly there are some things that we've noticed and discussed on the show in terms of consistency or changes. However, the Unico series stuff, dude. Like, I love the Velvet Rat. I love the L40s. I love the T52 Flying Pig.
Yeah.
Those, to me, I'll buy them all day long when they come into the shop.
Right. Yeah. People complain, but I don't know. What are they gonna do?
Numbers don't lie, and they're doing something right.
Yeah.
They most likely will not be on closeout.
No.
This is true. This is true.
It's good for business.
They're not as limited. The Unico series isn't as limited as it once was. I remember searching high and low for like the number 9 Flying Pig and things like that, and they're a little more readily available now. Maybe that's because of the Swisher thing. Who knows what the reasoning is for that? But
we're glad they're here.
The retro,
glad they're here.
The retro is amazing on this.
Yeah, the L40 is awesome.
Flavor, awesome, but it's dry. It has a dried fruit. Dry fruit. Dry fruit. But
when I'm in the mood for that, that's exactly where I go.
Yeah, good choice. Thank you.
You're welcome. And that will conclude this edition of the Stogie Geek Show. Thanks, everyone, for listening and watching. We'll see everyone next time on the Stogie Geek Show.